Mr. Wise. Sorry for causing trouble by showing up so late last night.
No problem. You came to us for help, and really, no need to be so formal. Just call me Wise.
Alright. Then, please, feel free to call me Alice.
How did you sleep last night? Feeling rested?
Oh, I'm alright. Thanks for your concern. It's just, the scrolls hanging in the room were all tilted by 2 to 10 degrees, and when I was about to sleep after fixing them, I noticed that the 2 vases by the bed didn't match. Sorry, you have to see this side of me. This nitpicky habit of mine is a disgrace to my family's name.
Oh, no. It's not that bad. Suibian Temple just lives up to its name.
Thank you for understanding. By the way, about that thing I saw outside my window last night, if you don't mind, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
How about we take a look around the lower floor of your building first? Since it appeared outside your window, there might be leads outside.
Okay, sure. Good thing you suggested starting outside. Honestly, I'm a bit ashamed to admit it, but I don't dare step back into that room until we know exactly what I saw.
Alice, let's talk about last night. You said you heard a soft thump followed by a loud bang.
Yes, and it went pitch dark outside the window. I pulled back the curtains. Have you figured out what happened last night? I have some theories after seeing the footprints, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
I think our guesses are probably pretty close.
Really? Then let's go over what we found together. First, about that huge shadow. What do you think it was? And how did it end up outside my window?
Could the shadow have just been your eyes playing tricks on you? It was pretty dark last night after all.
Huh? You're joking, right?
It was a flower pot.
Huh? A flower pot? But the shadow was big enough to block the whole window. I really don't think it could have been just a flower pot.
It was probably from cargo hanging on the tower crane. Cargo was big enough to block the whole window, and the way it vanished without a trace makes sense if we assume it was moved away with the crane. You mentioned hearing a soft thump before the shadow appeared. One of the ropes holding the cargo probably snapped, causing the load to tilt and bump against your window.
Yes, that's what I figured too. Thinking back, the reason I was so certain that it was, but let's just assume for a moment that it was. Then, what do you think made it fall to the ground?
It was knocked over by the cargo hanging from the tower crane.
But if something that large hit it, wouldn't all the pots have fallen to the ground?
It was probably knocked over by that skeleton that startled you. After the cargo hit your window, the crane lifted it back up, but that little creature couldn't hold on and fell off, landing right on the flower pot.
Right. There must be a reason the flower pot fell. If something as large as the cargo had hit it directly, the whole rack would have come crashing down. The fact that one pot was left on the balcony means it had to be something smaller. Looks like we have the same train of thought. That leaves us with just one remaining question. What was that glowing skeleton?
It's pretty clear. The culprit is whatever animal left those glowing little footprints. Since its paws were covered in phosphorescent paint, the skeleton pattern was probably painted on its body or clothes. There's no phosphorescent paint on the drain pipe, so it's likely the little creature hitched a ride on the cargo and was caught in the crane malfunction, which then caused it to slam into the window. Later, while trying to escape, it knocked over the flower pot. But the exact sequence of events isn't really the point. What matters is this. No matter how clever an animal is, it couldn't have dressed itself up like that.
Which means someone deliberately used it to pull a prank on me. That's going too far. Wise, since it left footprints while fleeing, there must be more tracks nearby. If we follow them, we might be able to find whoever or whatever's behind this. Look over here. The footprints go up the pillar to the overpass.
Let's follow them and check it out.
How could they? I can't believe someone actually used an animal to pull a prank.
The footprints stop here. Did it jump off? Let's go down and take a look.
Heart rate of the client increased to 120 BPM. Here is a proverb. A cornered rabbit will bite.
Fairy, you're not helping.
Huh? The footprints disappear here.
Uh-oh, the footprints are all jumbled here.
Where could it have gone? Huh? There it is! Don't let it get away!
Hey, stop! There! It ran into the jump!
So you were behind yesterday's pranks! The real culprit.
Monato?
What?
Huh?
Yuzuha, visitors.
Coming! What can I get for you? Huh? Oh well. Huh. Guess I got found out after all. Miss, based on what you just said, may I assume that you are the owner of this tanuki? His full name is Kamanosuke, but we call him Kama. Uh-huh. What I mean is, he's not just this tanuki. He has a name. And I'm not Kama's owner. We're just partners. Kama is free to do as he pleases. Excuse me for being presumptuous.
That girl's name is Yuzuha, right? She suddenly changed the subject. Seems like she'll be a tough nut to crack.
It's all right. Kama just said he doesn't mind. So, honored guests, what brings you to Mystic Wares? Looking for anything in particular? I'm Ukinoni Yuzuha. Our family runs a well-known porcelain shop in Phylum Heights. We carry all kinds of goods, and any purchase of a second item comes with a 1% discount. All right. Thank you very much. No, wait! We're not here to shop! Miss Ukinami, we don't even know each other, and yet last night, you and your partner played a prank on me that caused me a lot of trouble. Huh? That's a bit of a shock. I thought you'd really appreciate Kama's way of returning the favor. Returning the favor? Sorry, I don't quite follow what you mean. How could you not understand? You were clearly the ones who started the prank in the first place. Porcelumex previously stated they'd thoroughly investigate the safety hazards and give the people of Waifei Peninsula a proper explanation of the accident. Yet somehow they let an unqualified little girl sneak into a team of so-called experts. That's quite the prank if you ask me.
Yuzuha, saying something like that in front of others might be a bit...
Monato, I've been meaning to say this for a while. You having that face and always talking like a goody two-shoes? What a waste.
Excuse me, may I say something? Porcelumix brought in the inspection team just for show. Of course, people are going to feel outraged. It's just that, even with so many well-known experts on the investigation team, none dared to defy Porcelumix. So why place all the blame on Miss Timefield alone?
I see. You're saying I'm just picking the easy target? I remember now. I've seen you before. You were that disciple in training. Wise, from Swabian Temple. Didn't expect you'd be more witty than you look. Anyway, after hearing you out, I realized I didn't think the prank through. Sorry about that.
It won't happen again.
I really appreciate you saying that.
But you don't look so thankful. Are you still so concerned about what happened last night?
No, you've misunderstood. I indeed joined the supervisory investigation team. And though there are reasons I can't fully explain, as a descendant of the Timefield family, I won't forgive myself for my mistakes just because you apologized. I only hope you'll take back what you said about me being unqualified. The Timefield family has always upheld strict discipline. Both my grandfather and father were scholars in the ether industry, and I've received a systematic education in hollow and ether studies from an early age under their guidance.
Monato, what's with this person? She seems just as weird as you.
How would I know? And for the record, I'm not weird at all.
So from the sound of it, you're pretty confident in your knowledge. Then, do you know what this strange piece of porcelain is?
This looks more like a shard of some kind of device rather than porcelain. Also, was it just my imagination? Or did I suddenly sense an unpleasant aura coming from it? Something similar to the presence of a sacrifice.
Oh, that's a shard of a large obscura.
Obscura?
Yes, an obscura is a type of experimental reactor vessel made with high-purity porcelain as its outer shell. Due to the unique properties of porcelain, when etheric matter is placed inside obscura, it can slowly come into contact with the air. This allows researchers to observe how ether behaves once it leaves a hollow. Although an obscura is a rather expensive piece of lab equipment, there's nothing strange about it. This shard hasn't been coated with the outer layer yet. It was probably damaged during manufacturing.
Damaged during manufacturing? So there is something wrong with this thing.
See, Monato? I told you my instincts were spot on. Who would have thought we'd figure out what this thing is in such an unexpected way? What a stroke of luck!
Could someone explain what just happened?
We suspect that someone at Porcelumex has been illegally producing high-value porcelain items inside the hollow, items not listed in the official registry. Simply put, they publicly claim to be producing low-value products. Workers' wages and even the reported profits are all calculated based on that. But in reality, someone's pocketing the difference for themselves.
Exactly. The Obscura isn't a regular product of the Wi-Fi Peninsula factory, so its appearance here clearly points to shady dealings going on inside the hollow.
Where did you find the shard?
We found it in a batch of materials delivered to our shop from Siloon Bay. The residents there collect discarded porcelain from the hollow, and my father uses the scraps to make handicrafts. Let's go, Monato! We're heading to Siloon Bay! If we can trace this shard back to its source, we'll have enough evidence to expose the corruption inside Porcelumex and give them a real scandal to deal with.
Wait a moment. Are you sure it's okay to just say your whole plan out loud like that?
It's fine. You're a scaredy cat. No way you'd snitch to Porcelumex. Wait, you wouldn't, right?
Of course not! But not because I'm afraid. As a descendant of the Timefield family, I would never stoop to something so dishonorable. Wise, it seems you still have some questions for Miss Ukinami regarding the Obscura. Apologies, but given my current position, I'm afraid it wouldn't be appropriate for me to hear any further details. So please excuse me for now. Thank you for helping resolve the issue. I'll have the payment for the commission sent over promptly.
You didn't leave with that fancy girl. Do you have something to ask us?
Can I come with you to Siloon Bay for the investigation? I'm curious about the origin of that shard. Besides, I can help if you're heading into the Hollow.
No problem. You're more than welcome to join us. Wow, today's our lucky day. Not only did we find a lead, but we even had a proxy who's an expert at handling miasma just show up at our door.
Don't lay it on too thick, Yuzuha. You don't want to scare Wise away. Still, we have no reason to turn down the proxy's help. So, we'll be counting on you from now on.
Monito, if your tail wasn't wagging like an electric fan right now, I'd give you a perfect score for how mature you acted.